students, welcome to the English class. Today's class, let us learn the poem Somebody's Mother, written by Mary Doe Bryan. Let us know about the poet Mary Doe Bryan. She is a poet, author, and lyricist of New Yorker. Many of her poems and children's books are published by international publishers. She has provided lyrics for the famous piano piece Hearts and Flowers. Here in this narrative poem, it extols the kindness shown by a boy towards a poor woman. Somebody's Mother, written by Mary Doe Bryan. Now, in your textbook, if you refer to page number 91, students, you can see many pictures there. Now, if you happen to come across such types of people as shown in the pictures, how do you think you can help them? See, somebody has fallen badly injured and the person is blind there. One person is handicapped, the other one is an old man, and here you see a boy helping a woman to cross the road. Now, in such situations, if you are kind, you will be able to help these kind of people in your life. Before we read the poem, let us know the new words what we come across in this poem. Ragged, clothes badly torn, chill, unpleasantly cold. Throng is crowd, heeded is pay attention, hailing, welcoming, piled, put one on another. Pile the newspapers, that means put one on another. Hastened, moved with speed. Meek is mild, gayest lad is happiest boy. Paused is waited or stopped for a while. Read the poem and understand, you need to refer to page number 92 and 93 for the poem reading. The woman was old and ragged and grey, and bent with the chill of the winter's day. The street was wet with the recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. So the poetess describes how the old woman was. She was old and ragged. She was wearing torn clothes, and her hair was full of grey and bent with the chill of the winter's day. Her body was totally bent because of the winter. It was very cold. And the street was wet with the recent snow. The whole street, the whole road was wet. It looked watery with the recent snowfall. And the women's feet were aged and slow. How was the women's feet? It was very aged and she couldn't walk properly. She was very slow. She stood at the crossing and waited long, alone, uncared for, amid the throng of human beings who passed her by, nor heeded the glance of her anxious eye. What was she doing? She stood at the crossing. She was about to cross. She wanted to cross the road and waited long. Since she was aged and her feet wouldn't carry on with the work, she waited there for long. Waited alone, uncared. Nobody cared for her. Amid the throng, amid the crowd. The people were moving. There were lots of people, but nobody noticed her. Of human beings who passed her by. Though there were many people passing through her, nobody noticed at her. Nobody wanted to know why the lady was standing there. Nor heeded the glance of her anxious eyes. Nobody noticed her anxious eyes. She was anxiously waiting to cross the road. Down the street with laughter and shout, glad in the freedom of school let out, came the boys like a flock of sheep, hailing the snow piled white and deep. So now down the street, at the corner of the street, with laughter and shout, there could be laughter and shout being heard. We could hear somebody laughing and shouting, glad in the freedom of school let out. They were very glad. Children, when you are left out of the school after the bell, you are very glad to go out. In the same way, enjoying the freedom. You love to enjoy the freedom of going home back. In the same way came the boys like a flock of sheep. There came a lot of boys like a flock of sheep. When the school bell rings, when the gates are open, the children move out all together. That looks like a flock of sheep. Flock is a group of sheep. Now boys came like a flock of sheep hailing the snow that's welcoming the snow, piled with white and deep. The snow was covered with white and very deep. Past the woman, so old and grey, hastened the children on their way, nor offered a helping hand to her, so meek, so timid, afraid to stir. So those children passed the woman who was very old and grey, hastened, they moved with speed on their way. The children moved with speed on their way. They never offered a helping hand to her. The students didn't want to offer a helping hand to her. So meek, they were so the mild and timid, afraid to stir. The lady was even afraid to take a step, lest the carriage wheels or the horse's feet should crowd her down in the slippery street. At last came one of the merry troop, the gayest lad of all the group. So there were carriages, there were vehicles moving, wheels or the horses, the wheels of the carriages or the horses' feet should crowd her down in the slippery street. Though in between those crowds she might be pushed away down. At last came one of the merry troop. There was one troop, means a group, in that the gayest lad of all the group, the happiest, the lad. Lad is means a boy, happiest boy of all the group. There was one boy who came. He paused beside her and whispered low, I will help you cross across if you wish to go. Her aged hand on his strong young arm she placed, and so, without hurt or harm. So there was one happiest boy among the group who comes and he paused beside her, pauses, stopped, waited for her, and whispered, means spoke in a very low voice. Says the boy to that old woman, I will help you across. If you wish to go, if you want to cross the road, I will help you out. And the old woman, her aged hand, she put her aged hand on a strong young arm. The boy was very strong, and the aged lady placed her hand in the young arms of that boy. And so, without hurt or harm, without hurting or harming, he moves out. He guided the trembling feet along, proud that his own were firm and strong. Then back again to his friends he went, his young heart happy and well content. Now what did he do? He guided the trembling feet along. He took that lady, he helped the lady, old lady, to cross the road from one side to another. The trembling feet of the old lady, he helped her, and he was proud of his own firm and strong feet because he was very young. Then he comes back, leaving the lady to another side of the road. He joins his friends. His young heart was very happy and well content. He was very happy with the happiness. What had brought him happiness? He had helped a poor old lady. She is somebody's mother, boys, you know, for all she is aged and poor and slow. And I hope some fellow will lend a hand to help my mother. You understand? If ever she is poor and grey, when her own dear boy is far away. Now, after coming back and joining his troop, joining his group of friends, he says to them, she is somebody's mother, boys. You know that? That old lady is somebody's mother because she's all aged, poor, and slow. And that lady is very aged and poor, and that's why she's very slow. And I hope some fellow will lend a hand. And he says that someday some other person may lend a hand to my mother. Someday in future, when my mother becomes old, somebody may lend a helping hand to my mother. You understand, boys? He questions them. If ever she is poor and grey, when my mother becomes old, poor, and she becomes very aged and her hair grows grey, that day somebody may lend a helping hand when her own dear boy is far away, when her own son may be far away from her. So he is expecting that today the help what he had given to that old lady, in future one day his mother may be helped by somebody. And somebody's mother bowed low her head in her home that night, and the prayer she said was, God, be kind to the noble boy who is somebody's son and pride and joy. So what does that somebody's mother do now? That lady who had taken help from this small boy. At that night in her home, in her prayers, she bows her head and says, she asks God to be kind to the noble boy, that boy who had helped her out. The lady seeks blessings from God, saying that be kind to that noble boy. Who is somebody's son? That boy is somebody else's son, but still he had helped her crossing the road. And he is the pride and joy of to that mother, and he had helped it help the lady. So, through this poem, the poet conveys a message that whenever there is an opportunity to help somebody, we should do the good to such people who are disabled or aged or who needs help of yourselves. So, this is how the boy helps somebody's mother. When you read the poem, just see that the poem is in the rhyme scheme. The last words of the lines, in each line, it rhymes with each other. Where in the picture of the text, I have marked the similar numbers for the same words, like grey day, snow slow, long throng, by eye, shout out, sheep deep, grey way, herd stir, feet street, troop group, low go, arm, harm, along strong, when content, no slow hand, understand, and boy and joy. These are the rhyming words you find in this poem. And also, if you refer to stanza sixth stanza of the poem, you will find a word, I will help you across if you wish to go. You need to learn this for the extracts. Like who says that I'll help you across if you wish to go? It is the boy who says that I'll help you. To whom was it said? He says this to this old woman. When does he say that? When the lady was waiting for help, that somebody would help her cross the road, and the boy comes out of the school saying that he would help her cross the road. And in stanza 8 you will find one sentence, she is somebody's mother, boys you know. Now who says this? The boy. And whom does he say this? He says to his fellow mates or the friends. And why does he say this? Because he feels that today if he had helped somebody's mother, someday the other person, anybody would help his mother too. And in the last stanza of a poem, there is a sentence, God be kind to the noble boy. Now, who says this sentence? It is said by the old woman. To whom does she say this? She says this in her prayers towards God. And why does she say that? Because the boy had helped this lady to cross the road, and she asks blessings with God to be kind to that noble boy. Thank you.